Hi everyone. I have three things to share with you very briefly. And the first of them is simply that I am going to miss you over this next month as I'm away for my time of renewal. Thank you for your support and care. I'm going to miss you. I think of you often, and I am going to actually be spending a little bit of that time continuing to map out the year ahead for us. Wesley and I have done a lot with our worship planning already, and so I'm just continuing to find energy and enthusiasm for this coming year together. Second, we have had a lot going on here in the church when it comes to rain and flooding. It has flooded for the second time. You might have noticed on Facebook, if you're on Facebook. We had a flood again with this last band of a storm that I think was part of Fred. But anyway, a tropical storm of some sort formerly. And so that was some more flooding, second time in a month. So we are continuing to work on and trying to pinpoint where that flooding is coming from. So just know that is on our minds and in good hands, and a super big round of thanks. I hope you will send your appreciation to Mark, our facilities manager, to Gail, and to a handful of others who've been helping pitch in, whether it was Emily or John Fitch, Emily Braxton, and others, Sarah Sams too. So offer your appreciation to them, and we'll keep you posted as those not repairs, but as we try to pinpoint what's going on. And then the third thing, we are continuing to adapt as we go through the pandemic, of course, but now we have this hurricane that apparently hasn't been around for a while, and in an area where we're not usually prepared for hurricanes, it's even more important to do so. You all are so kind to let me know when a snowstorm is good or bad. That was a good one, that was a bad one. Let me do that this time with hurricanes, having lived in the South. And so we are actually not going to have a worship service this Sunday. We decided not to try Hurricane Church. So we are not going to be outdoors, we're not going to be indoors, we're just not going to have service. Usually we would do a Zoom service as we did during the pandemic, but the reality is that even if the outer bands are all that's hitting us, they're still very strong and powerful, and will probably mean that we'll lose power or internet or some version of that across the city and the region. And so instead of worrying about that too, we're just going to offer a pre-recorded small service that Wesley and I have already recorded, with a couple of songs, hymns, and then a brief reflection and a prayer. And so we will put that here in the email that you're watching, wherever you're watching this video. It's in the email as well, the link to our service. And it's maybe a 15 to 20 minute service is what we're aiming for. And you can watch that on your own time. You can watch it now after this video, or you can wait until Sunday morning, but we are not going to gather here on the property or at home. You just tend to yourselves, be safe, and make sure you're taking the right precautions that you need to in the event that the storm does end up reaching us. If you run into any complications or difficulty because of the hurricane, reach out to us at the church. I will be gone, of course, starting Monday, but we have pastors on call that are listed in the email as well. And then, of course, here in the church, we have deacons who are able to help as well. So we will activate however we need to in support of you during that time. Even while I'm away, you all are still continuing to minister to one another and support one another. So in the meantime, know that I will be thinking of you and praying for you, for your safekeeping and your well-being while we're apart. And I look forward to seeing you back at the end of September. And in the meantime, we'll continue to have worship starting back next week when we have our guest preachers. Okay, my friends, blessings and peace.